are declining. And you might even ask that if we are doing less tests, that might be the reason. But I look at some other numbers which are related to the oxygen, which are related to the ventilators, and which are related to the fatalities. So I believe that we are on a right path, and we are likely to have some good results in coming days, and those good results will improve our situation as far as COVID is concerned. Now, a few words about locusts. Let me tell you slightly comparison with what we had last year and what NDMA has done for this year. Last year we had 4 aircraft, we lost 1 in February. So we were left with 3 aircraft without pilots. And now we have pilots, and inshallah those 3 aircrafts of DPP will be with us in next month. We have 5 helicopters from Army, for which we had flown in from America the spares and its sitting kits, and all 5 aircrafts are available for spraying on the. Let me also tell you that it was Hamid asked this question about the provinces, and let me commend them that FAO would agree with me that we were wide of locusts in Punjab from 7th to 14th of June, and all the locusts either had shifted from Pakistani Punjab to Indian Rajasthan, and it went right up to Arunachal Pradesh, but also the flow of locusts or movement of locusts which we were expecting from Iran between 22nd of June to 10th of July is not as we had expected earlier. Now coming over to the things which are done, the hardware which NDMA is primarily looking at. 5 helicopters, 3 beavers, and we had flown on a week's notice an aircraft from Turkey on a rent basis through a PF aircraft, and that aircraft is sitting in Bhagalpur and waiting for orders to move. We now have 9 aircrafts. Let me also give you further what we are looking at. We have asked the ministry to finally approve 3 more aircrafts for renting. There's a discussion going on, there's a difference of opinion. We will be able to resolve it in a week's time, and if that is to be done, it will be here in 2 weeks. Now, beside that, we are in the process of purchasing 6 aircraft, and those aircrafts, whenever the procedure is finalized, there's a committee headed by Secretary Food Security, and there are 2 more secretaries who, as soon as they are going to say it, okay, I'm going to issue an order, and we will have 2 aircrafts in 15 days time, and remaining 4 aircrafts after every 4 weeks. We will have 6 aircraft in about 10 weeks time. Let me now talk about the pesticide. There were 300,000 malathion ULV combination which was given by Chinese. There was another 50,000 lambda ULV again given by them. There were 50 spares which were given by them. NDMA had ordered 175,000 liters of malathion EC, out of which bulk has come, and the remaining about 50,000 liters is likely to reach by 20th of this month. So as far as pesticides are concerned, we have ample quantity. We have also talked to some local manufacturers, and they are carrying out trials, and hopefully their trials are successful. That would also get into the system by 20th of this month. Let me also tell you that as far as Japanese government is concerned, they have given us 58,000 liters of lambda EC composition. So difference between the EC composition and the ULP composition is that ULP composition is generally used in the desert and non-cropping area, whereas EC composition is used on the cropping area. And finally, let me also thank my friend Christine, he's here. They have through different, they are providing us 50 spares which are very much needed. We have ordered ourselves also 83. which because of their manufacturing and getting it through FAO are late. So we will get those by middle of August, all of them, and hopefully he is going to expedite now since I have given this point, so he will take it with him. We are going to get another 100,000 lambda and another 200,000 malathion and 50 sprayers, 50 what they call as drones by the Chinese government. We are in process of coordinating with them. This will be coming as a donation, so that has also be big help. There are three things which I would like to mention about the local production. I have already highlighted about marathon and lambda, but now we are working with the University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, with Professor Dr. Vikas. We are trying to produce biopest. I have already allocated the amount. He is likely to produce. In fact, he has already produced and is carrying out trials on 100 acres of crop. And if that is successful, we will ask him to do the mass production. We are also in the process of, developing sprayers compatible to or closer to what we get it from UK. 20 are already there. These are under trial and are being used by our DPP. There are 20 more which would be from a Karachi-based source, inshallah. Those would also be coming in. If you compare what you had in 2019 and you have today, you are almost 10 times better than what you were last year, and you are less aerial sport in 93. You are far better than 93 also. In 93 we had 19 aircrafts, but we should be mindful of the fact that those 19 aircraft were early 60s version. Now we have those aircrafts which are slightly younger, and the 6 which we are going to buy would be the aircrafts which are being used by the world all over the world, and there are 3,000 aircrafts which are also deployed all across the globe. As far as manpower is concerned, Minister Sahib has highlighted the capacity of DPP is going to multiply to almost 4 times with the induction of the manpower they have already highlighted. So all told, what I feel is that we are 6 to 7 notches up than the last year, and maybe slightly equal or better than 1993 once we had the biggest invasion of locusts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, General. I think you have comprehensively disposed of any future questions as well.
چیئرمین NDMA لیفٹیننٹ جنرل محمد افضل پریس بریفنگ دے رہے تھے. انہوں نے بتایا کہ کرونا کی وبا پر قابو پانے کے لیے تمام وسائل بروئے کار لائے جا رہے ہیں. پاکستان میں کرونا کے مریضوں کی تعداد میں بتدریج کمی ہو رہی ہے اور آنے والے دنوں میں مثبت نتائج حاصل ہوں گے. اور ٹڈی دل کو تلف
My gratitude to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Government of Pakistan for having coordinated in inviting excellencies and all the exalted, worthy, honorable ladies and gentlemen present here. In particular, those countries which have assisted us and those who are thinking of adding to our advantage how to combat the threats that the locusts are likely to have on our region. The United Nations, and I would like to add to what my Honorable Secretary said, Meena, I've had 4 or 5 conversations. We were hoping that you would finally come back from Italy and join us in Pakistan, but it's always a pleasure to see you online. The WFP, also representing the United Nations, all the our honorable diplomatic corps who's representing their respective countries have shown great interest in Pakistan's present and future. And it's this coordinated diplomatic entente, if I may use the French word, which brings about a greater sense of participation at the regional, international and global level, which gives us a sense of futuristic cooperation, that when there is a threat larger than to a particular nation state, we all get together. And what better way than it is reflected in this spot where Afghanistan, Iran and India weekly are meeting. This is a reflection of what the entente or diplomatic interrelationship can do to strengthen the combined collective threat that the locust has brought about in this region. I think I can't add very much to what has already been done, and I in fact would like to again express gratitude on my behalf, on behalf of our ministry, the engineering corps which General Muazzam heads, and General Afzal and his colleagues, and all the other ministries present here, with respective honorable probing journalists who ask some very relevant questions, and we should be under focus constantly for our performance and the way we try to uplift the social, the economic harmony within our country. And I think as we have evolved as a nation state, and I see over a period of time, the national sense of purpose, the national sense of mission is strengthened more so in Pakistan in times such as this, of whether it's COVID, whether it's locust or any other challenges. We always get together and personify the unity that Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah in his speeches always did. Thank you very much.
वफाकी वजीर तहफज़ खुराक फख्र इमाम मीडिया ब्रीफिंग दे रहे थे, और उनके हमरा चेयरमैन NDMA लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल मोहम्मद अफज़ल भी मौजूद हैं। टिड्डी दल के हवाले से गुफ्तगू करते हुए सैयद फ़ख्र इमाम ने बताया कि इस वक्त मुल्क से टिड्डी दल के खात्मे के लिए तमाम वसाइल बरूए कार लाए जा रहे हैं, और टीम की एफर्ट जो है वो कलेक्टिवली इस हवाले से की जा रही है ताकि मुल्क से टिड्डी दल का खात्मा हो सके। और इससे पहले गुफ्तगू करते हुए चेयरमैन NDMA लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल मोहम्मद अफज़ल ने बताया कि टिड्डी दल को तल्फ करने के लिए पाकिस्तान के पास इस वक्त स्प्रे और अद्वियात की कोई कमी नहीं है, और टिड्डी दल को तल्फ करने के लिए पाकिस्तान के पास इस वक्त मतलूबा एयरक्राफ्ट मौजूद हैं। ये थी ताज़ा तरीन, अभी आप देख सकेंगे इलाकाई खबरें।